Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Startup Academy, your online gateway to success in ISS exam. This academy is exclusively for ISS and we have been covering the topic time series from Statistics Paper 3, which is of descriptive type. And in the previous lecture, we were doing methods of determination of the trend or measurement of the trend, in which we have started with the third method, which is a method of least sum of squares. Now we have done the three major curves, and we are left with three growth curves. So the three major curves cannot be tested by least square. Why? So the drawbacks of them is as follows. Drawbacks. First drawback is, as we all know, that it is a tedious task. It is a tedious task to perform a straight line for a straight line curve to perform for every unit if the sample is very large. So it is a tedious task. Then second one is that it consumes a lot of time. Okay. If it is tedious, then it will obviously consume a lot of time. Then the third one is, even if one new value is added, we have to perform calculations from the start. So even if we add one value, then whole of the calculation we have to redo it from the very beginning. And the fourth drawback of this method is that it only determines the trend value, ignoring the cyclical and the seasonal values. Only determine trend and ignore seasonal and cyclical values. Or seasonal, cyclical, and irregular or random components. So these are the four major drawbacks that we see in system of equations of least square. Now moving forward with the three growth curves. So as we all know that the further three are the growth curves. What were these growth curves? First one was our modified exponential curve, which was given as yt is equals to a plus bt. Okay. The second one was our Gompertz curve. It is given as yt is equals to a b raised to the power c raised to the power t. This was our Gompertz curve. And the third one was logistic curve. It is given as yt is equals to k upon 1 plus exponential A plus BT, where in here K, A and V are all constants. So these were the three growth curves. Now we'll do modified exponential and compound curve today, and we'll do logistic curve in the next lecture. So moving on to modified exponential curve. First one is our modified exponential curve, which is given by yt is equals to a plus bct. So here we have to, the process of solving this curve is known as method of, or we can write it like this, with the new pen we'll write it, method of three selected points. So we'll choose any three equidistant points, let them be T1, T2 and T3, say having the values as yt1, yt2 and yt1, t3, sorry, respectively. So we choose any 3 points t1, t2, t3, and corresponding to them, they have values yt1 at the time t1, yt2 at the time t2, and yt3 at the time t3. Okay. So moving forward, we'll get three equations. First one is yt1, which is a plus b t1, sorry, a plus b c t1. Yt2 is a plus b c t2, and yt3 is equals to a plus b c t3. And since the points are equidistant, so we can say that t2 minus t1 should be equal to t3 minus t2. This is the property of equidistant point. So we have got three equations, so we'll subtract. First of all, we'll subtract yt2 minus yt1, which gives us a plus b ct2 minus a minus b c t1. This a and this a will get cancelled, and we are left with b bracket ct2 minus ct1. Now we can also take c1 t1 as common. So b c raised to the power t1 we will take common. We are left with c t2 minus t1 minus 1. So this is our equation of yt2 minus yt1. So let us name this equation as equation number 1, this as equation number 2, and similar to this equation we will be getting yt3 minus yt2 is equals to bct2 bracket ct3 minus t2 minus 1. So this will be our equation number 3. So now we'll divide 3 by 1. On dividing 3 by 1, we'll be getting yt3 minus yt2 upon yt2 minus y t1 is equals to b c t2 c t3 minus t2 minus 1 upon b c t1 c t2 minus t1 minus 1. So b and b will get cancelled, and this will also get cancelled, because we know that T2 minus T1 is equals to T3 minus T2 for equidistant points. Okay. So the equation we'll be getting is y T3 minus y T2 upon y T2 minus y T1 C T2 minus T1. And the value of C from here will be y T3 minus y T2 upon y T2 minus y T1 raised to the power 1 upon T2 minus T1. So this will be the value of C. Now putting this value in any of the equation 1 or 3, we'll get y T3 minus y T2 is equals to b c raised to the power T2 c raised to the power T3 minus T2 minus 1. Here we'll put the value of C. So we'll be getting B. C is y T3 minus y T2 upon y T2 minus y T1 raised to the power T2, and y T3 upon T2 minus T1. Y T2 upon y T2 minus y T1 raised to the power T3 minus T2 upon T2 minus T1. Since both of them are same, they'll get cancelled and we are left with minus 1. And here it is y T3 minus y T2. So on solving it, we'll get the value of B as y2 minus yt1 upon raised to the power 2 yt3 minus 2yt2 plus yt1 yt2 minus yt1 upon yt3 minus yt2 raised to the power T1 upon T2 minus T1. So this is the value of B. And by putting the value of B and C in our first equation, in the equation of the curve, we'll get the value of A. So by this method, we'll get our all three values A, B and C, and then we can fit the values with respect to T, and then we can find. Now moving on further to the next curve, which is Gompertz curve. So what is Gompertz curve? Gompertz curve was nothing but yt is equals to a b raised to the power c raised to the power t. If we take log on both sides, log yt is equals to log a plus c raised to the power t log b. So it will be capital Yt is equals to capital A plus b small t, where capital Yt is equals to log of yt, capital A is equals to log of A, and capital B is equals to log of small b. If we see this clearly, then this is an equation of again our modified exponential curve. So yt is equals to a plus b c raised to the power t, and we'll solve this as well with selection of method of three selected points. This can be solved by the same method, and we'll get our constants a. Here we'll get a constant capital A, B, and small c. And from capital A, we will take antilog of capital A as small a, antilog of capital B as small b, and we'll get all three constants, and then we can fit the curve. So these were the two methods of Gompertz curve and modified exponential curve. I hope that it is clear to all of you, and if not, you can ask in the comment section. Logistic curve has two or three methods that we'll discuss in the next lecture, and that will complete our curve methods by curve, and we'll move forward to another method of moving average. Hope that you are continuously working hard on your studies. Keep on doing the hard work. You'll get a result one day. All the best. Thank you.